Hello my fluid friends. Today I'm going to be talking about the art of manipulation with paint. I started with a bloom technique, and the colors I used are the golden Diarylide yellow. And I'll be talking about different ways to really make your painting stand out. The next color that I chose is the golden Quinacridone Magenta, which is really bright. It tends to take over, but it looks absolutely gorgeous on top of the yellow. I then went for the TLP, this little Piggy Shimmer, which is a beautiful shimmery, no pun intended, color. Then the golden Dioxizine purple. The Artist Loft Level 2 Quinacridone Blue Violet. A little bit more TLP Shimmer. Can never have too much of that stuff. I then added the Matisse Structure Cobalt Turquoise, which is an awesome color to use, especially if you're trying to get any type of cells. Of course, for my CA, I used Amsterdam White and of course Aussie Floetrol. I wasn't trying to go for a really distinct bloom. I was just moving the paint around a little bit with my breath to get some cell action. I was not trying to get petals and all of that. I just wanted some cells. You'll notice I don't put all of the CA down at the same time because it can sink and you will not get the same cell reaction. A little side tip here is to really make sure that you're blowing on the side of your painting and not down. What happens is you are going to reach the pillow paint and you are going to get a lot of white showing through those colors. So when you see me blowing like that, I'm really pushing the colors out so you can see the different layers while gently letting the cell activator float on top of it. There was a little bit of paint that didn't have any cells, so I took some cell activator on top of the spatula and spread it around. Next, I'm going to be loading up my palette with shimmer and some colors, and I'm just going to swipe through the painting. There's no cell activator on this. And I'm loading up my palette with the same exact colors: Quinacridone Magenta, Cobalt Turquoise, with a little bit of shimmer on it. And I'm going to do the same thing. This is really where you can start to design your own paintings and where you want to put certain elements. So I loaded up another palette knife, as you just saw, with no cell activator. Just moving it around, what looks good to you, what appeals to you, what feels good. See another little area where I want cells, so I put some cell activator on and I'm going to pull it through. Where do I want more cells? Right here. So I'm spreading it out a little bit more with more cell activator. Now I'm going to make the caterpillar look, or the ribbon, and what I'm doing is I'm taking an oversized popsicle stick and I'm sticking it straight into the band right there. You can gently move it side to side to bring in some of the other color, depending on what look you're going for. Lift it very gently because you can get almost like a polka dot in the middle. You can see that one right there. It adds a really, really, really cool dimensional aspect to your painting. I want to give credit to Cindy Vanderveen for showing us this. It really, really was a simple idea, but so brilliant at the same time. You'll notice that after I lift it from the canvas, I am wiping it really, really good. You don't want to start getting muddy colors as you're designing. So remember to lift it slow and gentle. You'll see also that if you do it right, when you go to spin, it really, really holds the shape very well. You can see that I'm doing a little bit of curlies in there instead of going straight across. You know, if you have larger ribbons, you can use a scraper, like a paint scraper. If you have really tiny little ribbons, you can use a regular size popsicle stick. You know, use whatever you have at your disposal. It's really, really just about creativity and having fun. What I like to do now to add even more depth is go in with my spatula and pull the paint gently. Don't go all the way into the pillow, and just pull it out a little bit. This adds even more dimension to the painting and more visual appeal, I find. I happen to be using just the straight edge spatula, but you can use any shape you want, any tool that you have to get different effects. I love pulling colors out that, you know, bring out that area even more. It really gives it a three-dimensional look. Just keep going and having fun, and see how the painting is coming along. Don't get frustrated. That's the number one thing I can tell you, is don't get frustrated. You can always scrape it, but more likely than not, some other person is going to find that painting beautiful, even if you don't find it beautiful. Just have fun with it and let your creativity flow. I'm going to put some music on and I'll be back. So what I'm doing right now is I want to center it a little bit more, so I'm just tilting it, so when I get ready to spin, it's going to go out equally to where I want it to go. Now's the fun part, we get to spin it. Love watching this all come out like that. You don't want to spin it too hard because everything will start to distort. You want to do it slow and gentle to begin with. Never had that happen before, but a huge bubble was on my canvas that popped. It looks so pretty on the edges. I'm just tilting it some more to get it a little bit more centered. I really want the blue to be in the center. Now I'm going to fix up the sides where the paint didn't drip over. That corner was just white, but as I get onto the corners that have color, I'll scoop up from my spinner and gently put the colors on there. And I'll give it one last spin to even out the sides. And she's done. What do you think? I hope you enjoyed watching. Let me know if you have any questions.